Welcome back to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Tange Game 10, the final game for today's action at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium on a Wobbical hand. We have just seen an epic battle for the ages, and this one too should be a fantastic game. Eric Brook here with you alongside Simon Ginting. Simon, have you recovered yet? Because I know I haven't.
Oh, that was an exciting game. Unbelievable. And it really, all it took was that last minute save from Henderson from WIA to really deny South Australia the opportunity for a shootout. So it was back and forth. It's a genuine arm wrestle.
There's been some quality goaltending in this competition. Just had a brief chat with Marcus Henderson downstairs, and fantastic. Let's have a look at the goalie situation in this game. I was just having a chat with the ACT coaching staff and Jared Murray, who is not in net at the moment, who's just waiting for his go behind that cam. He'll be starting. And for Victoria, that we've already seen this morning, Thomas Pappas will be starting, as he's the only goaltender here for Victoria with the E-Bug behind him. So what are you expecting out of this game? Victoria are very highly skilled, and they were so fast this morning.
Yeah, I'm sort of expecting Victoria to probably take this game. Both teams unlucky not to have posted a win, so obviously this is going to crack the egg for one team at least.
So ACT and Victoria have both played today. So we're just about ready for the start of play. So the goalie matchup of Murray and Pappas. Really enjoying the interactions that we're getting with fans and coaching staffs from all the teams that are here. It's a really great concept, how we're basically running 4 national championships at the same time in a 10-day period. 76 games on the calendar. And we have one game today, then we have Saturday, then we have Sunday. So if you're in Sydney, Newcastle, or the Central Coast in particular, and you want to see the action live, you can. If you're watching us at home, Thought Fox Media YouTube channel, all the games that have happened before, all the highlights are there. The games that are coming up are all scheduled, ready to go. And I know that people are completing their competitions, going home and watching the action. And we've really, Simon, enjoyed the interactions. Having a look at the ACT bench. They're having their last minute meeting at the ACT bench rather than behind the net. Having a look at Victoria. I notice old mate's not climbing all over the net this time, Simon.
Yeah, it was a Chan.
Yeah. I could have got my divisions mixed up, but that wouldn't be the first time I've been mixed up in this tournament. So, just... So, we're just about underway. Thomas Pappas has been solid in net for Victoria, Simon.
And we've got Murray
in net for ACT. Just moments away from the action. Gilling will take the attacking zone face-off. We solved the mystery of the 99, by the way. We'll tell you about that during the play. Detective Watt and Detective Douchman on the case there for that one for us. And we're underway. Entering the zone now. Here's Harper. Getting forced wide. We'll come back now for Jed Lake. Battle up against the ports. There's Will Waters in 99. On the attack early. Looking to clear it out. Here comes Western Australia. Victoria.
ACT.
ACT. I've been saying ACT the whole time when ACT haven't been playing, and then when ACT are actually playing, I don't mention them. Simon, say it with me. It's been a long tournament. Back now for Harvey, entering the zone now. Harvey across the face of goal. There's a bit of stick-on-stick action as the puck was leaving the stick. That will come all the way back now for Harper. Harper enters the zone, looking to fire but can't. Getting sent wide in front of the net. Here comes the ACT. They look to clear it out, trying to squeeze through a gap. Last game was relatively penalty-free. Back now for Harvey in the slot, firing. Pappas watchful. Victoria working it out of their own end. on the attack now, entering the zone, getting force wide, reinforcements coming. They look to fire, can't. Opportunity, neutral ice. Panini will fire it in. Will try and fire it in, but won't. It'll come back now for Victoria at their defensive end. Not many whistles so far, Simon, as they try and work it out of skate higher corner. That will come all the way back down, and it will be left. And they'll fire it out the ACT. They need to clear it out. They do. Victoria have got speed and size to burn. Up against the boards near the Victoria bench. Victoria working out of their defensive end now. Trying to get around one, trying to get around two. Some supports arrived across the face of goal. No action required there by Murray. Here's Julian Lau. The puck continues to move. Up against the boards. Here's Maybe. Up against the boards, centering. Lots of action. Entering the zone now, Victoria. Good save there by Murray, who holds and saves, Simon.
Actually, that went in. I thought he had it.
I thought he had it too.
Yeah, thought he had it closed, and it just dribbled in. Ref pointing towards the goal.
I thought he had enough of it.
Yeah. It was good to see ACT putting a lot of pressure on Victoria and matching him. A little bit unfortunate with that last-minute shot.
1-0 Victoria. Didn't beat him easily. Back to centre ice we go. There's a battle. That will come back now for the ACT at their defensive end. Here's Sargent, one of many sergeants involved in this ACT team. Victoria looking to enter the zone now. Getting held back. Julian Lau. Clearing it. Oh. Shot on! Julian Lau, that was ridiculous. It hit the post on the left-hand side of Murray and has gone in. And all of a sudden, it was 0-0 about a minute ago. And now all of a sudden, it's 2-0.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Murray was able to slightly see that shot. He might have been slightly screened by his own player, unfortunately, in that instance.
So it's 2-0. Now we've seen some teams who haven't had any puck luck in this tournament, and Victoria have gone bang bang, and then ACT have gone bang bang. 2-1. There's a reply.
The ACT bench are definitely happy with that. Just managed to pick up that loose puck and have enough space to shoot it in.
Tange with the goal there. That's a great reply, Simon.
Yeah, excellent reply and a real morale booster for ACT. I mean, ACT as a whole probably haven't had a tournament that they were hoping to expect in all the tournaments, but it's good to see them being competitive here. Is
this going to be one of those games? I did warn you it's the last game of the day. Is it going to be one of these bang, bang, bang goals? Oh. I think it is. That's Adam Harper. This is ridiculous.
Certainly not the reply.
Both goalies have a 0.000 save percentage at the moment. The shots equals the score. Back now, clearing it out. Jed Lake. And finally somebody registers a save. This arena is ridiculous. This tournament is ridiculous. That's amazing.
So Murray finally posts the number.
All of a sudden, it's 3-1.
Sorry, that was Sargent. So
Sargent's now in net. Murray started. And I had the tip off from the coaching staff that Murray was going to start, and he did. And, oh, that was so close to going in as well. And then that one. What is going on Friday afternoon hockey? I know Friday night hockey in the AI goes off, Simon, but this game is turned up to 11.
Victoria.
was Jed Lake, and I think, I may be wrong, I think Jed Lake has fired 2 shots and has had 2 saves against him. I'm really cheering for a Jed Lake goal here.
Oh, he worked so hard in that earlier game this morning. Very unlucky not to post a goal, so certainly deserves one. He works hard, he skates hard. It was certainly a standout for Victoria earlier.
Trying to clear it out, ACT. This might be a question for executive producer Michael. Can anybody think of a game where a goalie's been pulled in the first 5 minutes and the score's only 3-1? So we're going to have a look at the close angle of the no goal now. This is Sargent in net, and here it comes. Oh, so close. Attacking zone face-off. So much of the action's been down here, and it's 3-1 to Victoria. Let's see if this game settles down a bit or if they just continue. Can we put a goal? We'll call in for some goal judges. There's enough officials here. The Zebras had their official photos taken before this game, so there's enough of them here. And again.
Zanlungi that time managed to scoop up the loose. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Zanlungi. That was Nico Terminant.
It's been a long tournament. And even executive producer Mike was in on the act. It's a long tournament. Is Brent Burns in this building? Oh, why do I say that, Simon? Quite a few years ago, the Ice Hockey Classic on the Saturday afternoon, Brent Burns went to a Bears Mustangs game on the Sunday. There was 14 goals in the first period while he was in the building. Then he left and the goals dried up. Back now for Julian Lau, looking to add to the tally. Julian Lau firing, centering pass, couldn't quite connect with anybody in Victorian blue. There is 5 minutes gone in this game and there's already been 5 goals. And we've already had a goalie pulled. Another goal possibly, but fired out. It'll come back now for number 99, and I haven't even got to that story because that's an interesting story how that ended up working out. And then it'll come back, and that will come back for icing. I think I might leave the 99 story for later because otherwise I won't get to it with all this action.
Definitely. Luke Tuckey trying to negate the icing there. He's a Newcastle local playing for ACT at the moment.
So the only shot that ACT have had on has resulted in a goal. So old mate Mr. Pappas heads up. Was almost heading towards the ACT bench. So the old mate Mr. Pappas hasn't made a save yet. Victoria, having said that, Simon has done a great job from keeping the puck away from his end.
Absolutely.
Back now, clearing it out. ACT now. Across the ice we go. Entering the zone now. That will come back. It's Bartlett. Entering the zone on the right-hand side. Pressure up against the board. Zamboni corner. Reinforcements need to arrive from either team. ACT just need to get the puck out of here. Barrett putting in a big performance but can't keep it from coming into the zone. That will come all the way back down. And that officially won't register as a shot or a save either because that was off target. Behind Pappas' neck. Net back for Barrett. That will come all the way down. Kept in the zone briefly by ACT. Here's Adam Harper now. Harper now. Centering pass. Held off at the pass. And one thing I noticed in the last game, they were sending Harper in front of the net to be a pest towards the end of that game. So maybe that's what they need to do. Harper. It'll come back now for Victoria. Pressure. Going all the way back to their own goal line. Here's Jed Lake. Cross-ice pass. Past Krishniov. Lake thinks about firing and scoring again. And now it's 5-1.
Yeah, Victoria's starting to run away with it a little bit. Just not afraid to shoot. I'm guessing they're sniffing blood and going for it. Again, just getting too much room and space and just that passing lane wasn't closed off and allowing him to score.
Back now for Waters of the 64 variety. That will come all the way back down, and that will come back for icing. So an attacking zone face-off coming up for Victoria. You'll have your hands full with the score summary, Simon. Why does somebody keep on hitting refresh at eSports Desk at Simon? 5-1. Trying to clear it out now is Will Waters up against the boards on the half wall. Puck needs to continue to move to the satisfaction of the officials. It will come back now, centering out of the zone, so they will have to come back. Alvin Chan flung into the zone, and that will come all the way back down. ACT need to clear it out, they do. Kept in the zone, but bumped out. It was good work there by Liam Waters. I updated all my team list this morning. Looking to fire. There's a big rebound, but Victoria weren't there in the immediate vicinity. Flung in. Victoria on the attack. They're going to have to start paying rent down here soon. It'll come back now, firing from distance, flung off the skates of an ACT player, slightly wide, and then needing to dive and be desperate was Sargent, and he certainly did that.
Big reach and freeze the puck, give his team a little bit of relief.
So new units coming on for both teams, and we've got lots of hockey skill, and if you've missed any of the action, there's so much action to watch with multiple games a day in all the 4 age groups. 76 games in 10 days. On the attack, here comes Victoria again. Here's Bartlett firing, and a good save there by Sargent. That'll come all the way back down, and they'll clear it out. Bartlett again, firing past Lau. Waiting for it on the blue line, trying to fire from distance, finding Sargent on the top of the umbrella. And they'll clear it out, ACT. Not quite. Bartlett was there, firing. Now they clear it out, maybe one of the players in the player pool. One thing about listening to Dawn Watt with her commentary, you find out a lot of the players' backstories. Back down Tuckett. Firing, having to stand up there, and a good save there. What were you trying to tell me, Simon? Goalie save off the helmet. We've had lots of interesting goalie saves. Well done by Pappas.
So we've got a 500 save for Pappas at the moment.
Yeah, of course, he'd prefer to be batting 1,000. Well cleared out. Cross ice. Near the door of doom. Fires in a Zamboni corner. It'll be up there. Cleared in the neutral ice. A good opportunity there by the ACT. Entering the zone now again, Victoria looking to fire but can't. Couldn't split the D. Back in towards neutral ice. DeRoy trying to fire but can't. Victoria looking to clear it out. Penalty box door will be opening. Delayed penalty coming up for Victoria. Extra attacker on. Victoria, ACT look to touch up. Zamboni corner. Circling. Firing. High. Out of play. Penalty box door will be opening.
Yeah, I think it was DeRoy, just a little bit of a late contact.
So Victoria, Simon heading to the power play. Big clock says 4:53.
So
small clock will say 2 minutes. 2 minutes for a trip.
Certainly not what ACT wants. It's a bit hard to get their structure if it's disrupted with this penalty kill. They need time and space. And
here comes ACT on the breakaway. Coming in, firing. Good save, Pappas. It was great work from the ACT from Gilling, who's been good for them. Puck balloons in the air. I was heading right towards me at the central commentary position. It dived quickly and goes out of play underneath us.
Yeah, we almost had a bit of a souvenir here, up here. We're centred over the top of the red line, a couple of metres high.
Between the benches.
We're about 4 metres high, overlooking the ice.
Attacking neutral zone face-off. Jed Lake will take it. Entering the zone, Victoria. Still a minute 38 of the Victorian power play remaining. ACT clear it out of immediate danger. It will come back now for Barrett. Here comes Jed Lake. Entering the zone, tapped on. That will come back now, and it will come back now for Dylan Maybe. Victoria trying to set themselves up. Barrett's at the top of the umbrella. The puck needs to continue to move out of the zone. Another opportunity for the ACT, but only makes it as far as neutral ice. Entering the zone, Victoria, we have a whistle. They've gone offside, Victoria.
Good
1
effort.
minute exactly in the power play.
Good effort from Tucky there. Just to get it. Unfortunately, just ran out of space, and then obviously had that collision mid-ice.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the ACT penalty box. Walking in now, squeezing, swerving, sending it wide. It was good work there by Victoria Chan. Centering again. Backdoor opportunity. The puck balloons. The puck's free. The puck's in the back of the net. Sargent appealing. It's been ruled a goal on the ice. The officials may confer about this one. There's no video review anyway, but this will give us a good angle when we get to the net cam. Officials conferring at the official circle.
It's a bit difficult. We had a little bit of glitch on the screen, wondering if he hit it with the stick, but it looked like he kicked it on.
I'm hearing from the ACT player. They're thinking there was maybe somebody in the crease.
Maybe goalie interference might be what they're looking for.
Well, they can't review it. So Murray's coming back on now. There may be issues with Sargent's helmet. Just imagine if we had like the double IHF where they automatically stamp, okay, this person enters, that person exits. It's a revolving door at the moment between Sargent and Murray. There's an issue with Sargent's helmet is getting fixed on the bench, so obviously he can't continue at the moment. 6-1 now to Victoria. They need to clear it out. Victoria, cross ice pass. Chan now in some traffic. It was congested at the corner of Flinders and Swanston Streets. Here comes Waters. Waters of the Liam variety. Entering the zone, Gilling firing, deflecting high into the air. Krishnov, the ACT, gloves it down to themselves. And we have another whistle. There's a penalty happening. The penalty box door will be opening. Gilling enters, and a Victoria. No, I thought there might have been two players entering, but ACT penalty. Victoria to the power play. Attacking zone face-off and a power play coming up for Victoria. ACT sitting for 2 minutes. Victoria on the attack again. Interference to call. Back now for Barrett. Looking to fire from distance. Pinballs around despite the attentions of Tucky. Victoria starting their power play. Adam Harper reverses the angle of the attack. Finds Lake. Lake with it now on the blue line, almost out of the zone, kept in fortunately, working down low. Jed and Harper combining on the left-hand side. Barrett sitting, looking at the backdoor opportunity. They didn't need to look at the backdoor backdoor opportunity. The front door was enough.
Yeah, I thought they were looking at. I was watching the position of Barrett at the top, and I was wondering if they were going to make that pass to him. He certainly was open, but they didn't need it.
And another power play goal for Victoria, with 2:05 remaining in the first. So Murray back in net for the ACT, who started. Back now, centering pass. Victoria on the attack again, has some support behind the net this time. ACT need to clear it out. Victoria have just been too strong down here, as the scoreline would indicate. Around 1, around 2. Attempting to fire, couldn't. Krishnyov. Now Victoria still on the attack. 90 seconds remaining in the period. Trying to fire from distance. Cross ice pass. Feather touch, not even. Almost out of the zone. Received the stick there. The Victorian player's down. And he looks like he's in some pain there, Simon.
Certainly, yeah, it does look like that.
So
Lakandul coming in to check on his teammate as the medical team walk out.
So the boys getting called back to the benches. Minute 15 remaining. So we'll just wait for the player to be helped off the ice. Minute 15 remaining in the period.
So probably a good opportunity to review the goals that have happened, because there have been a few.
Go for it, Simon.
7-1. So let's start at the beginning with Victoria, the first goal. Sorry, the screen. Ren Namachi scoring for the first goal for Victoria, assisted by Julian Lau and Elijah Kelly. Julian Lau then saw action for the second goal, and then assisted by Ren Namachi. Nicholas Panay scoring the sole ACT goal, and what a goal it was, assisted by Luke Tuckey and Noah Harvey. Thomas Pappas scored the third goal. Rowan Barrett, Keenan Nelson being with the assist.
I don't think that's right.
That doesn't sound right.
Wasn't a goalie goal.
We might need to confirm that, but that's a good point.
as we work it out now, if there was a goalie goal at the moment, the whole of the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium will burst into flames. Victoria now on the attack, under a minute remaining in the period. Saved there by Murray. Centering pass, Victoria keeping in the zone, trying to fire from distance. Air swing. ACT looking to get it out of the zone. Out of the zone now. Here's Harvey. Harvey pressured. An opportunity going wide. 35 seconds remaining in the period. Victoria on the attack again. Victoria, desperation in defence by Krishnyov. 20 seconds remaining in the period. There's a line there, and Krishnyov just crossed it. With 21.40 seconds remaining in the period, penalty box door will be opening. Victoria heading back on the power play to finish the period.
Again, ACT not what they wanted. They just really need to tighten up with their discipline.
2 minutes for boarding.
So yeah, we'll have to confirm the actual scorer for the third goal.
So back now, here's Barrett with it. Left-hand side, 15 seconds remaining in the period. Barrett will have a time for a shot maybe. Right-hand side, Lake working down low. Lake again, firing, and Lake bar down with 6 seconds remaining, and the power play was only in effect for 15 seconds, and the ACT player had a very short rest in the penalty box, and now I don't think it's registered over there that he can come out yet. Now he gets told In a way, it's good news that you're coming out of the penalty box, but it's bad news because it's a goal against you 15 seconds after you went in.
Yeah, look, if I had a penalty, I'd rather sit the 2 minutes, have a rest.
Especially got the intermission coming up. Back now, Harper applying some pressure. Harper with another shot, just wide as time expires. Simon, why is it 8-1 after 15 minutes?
Well, I mean, Victoria aren't afraid to pour on shots, and they're certainly really controlling the game.
They certainly are.
ACT are really struggling to shut them down and get out of their zone. So it's just Victoria just being able to move, and they seem just a little bit quicker and more capable.
So having a look here at the last goal. Bar down from Lake.
So just ignoring the third goal scorer because it certainly wasn't Thomas Pappas, so we might need to get that corrected in the intermission, the Zamboni clean. Nico Terminen scored the fourth goal for Victoria, assisted by Joseph Zanglungi and Anson Chan. Adam Harper with goal number 5 for Victoria, assisted by Jed Lake, Keenan Nelson as well. Rowan Barrett was able to put in a goal, a power play goal, unassisted for Victoria's 6th. And then Keenan Nelson for goal number 7. And I seem to be missing a goal. Just have to refresh.
Refresh again.
That's assisted by Jed Lake.
I've got a possible solution.
Yeah.
For the goalie goal, so-called goalie goal.
Yep.
Now, Mr. Barrett is in number 1. Number 1's traditionally a goalie jersey number.
Yep.
I could be clutching at straws here, but say it with me, Simon. It's been a long tournament.
Yeah, you could be right. I reckon you could be right. Keenan Nelson was assisted by Jed Lake and Leo Lynn for goal number 7. And then Jed Lake ended up putting in that 8th goal, power play goal, from Keenan Nelson and Rowan Barrett with the assist. So you might be right. I seem to recall it may have been Barrett, but we will confirm that.
Okay, so Murray's going to start this period. I don't think Sargent has moved from the position on the bench that he has at the moment. 15 minutes on the clock, 8-1 in the favour of Victoria. No trips to Mount Disappointment for Victoria this afternoon.
No.
And we're underway, second period, 15 minutes on the clock. The penalty boxes are empty. Here comes Sam Barrett. So I dare say he's got 2 goals if my theory is correct. Back now, Victoria wandering in, having some support in front. ACT trying to clear it out. They do a good job of clearing it out. And we have a whistle. Puck out of play at the penalty boxes. Neutral zone face-off opposite, hang on, where are we going? Yeah, we are going over there. Neutral zone face-off closest to the Victorian penalty box. No, we're going all the way back to Cafe Corner. Attacking zone face-off coming up for Victoria. Lake will take it. Back now, Victoria. Barrett firing, deflected high and out of play. It was Harper with the initial cannon, and then the cannon got deflected into the netting.
Yeah, nice little stick from Panay to basically deflect that shot safely away.
Attacking zone face-off again, Victoria. 8-1. Cafe Corner, trying to clear it out. Battle up against the half wall. Some hardy Victorian friends and family on the far side enjoying all the action. ACT managed to clear it out now. Sending it off for a chase, trying to squeeze through a gap, but couldn't. Getting sent wide. Zamboni corner. Zamboni out in 14.05. Battle up against the boards. It's a good battle between the two teams up against the boards near the ACT bench. Will Waters contributing. All the way back down. Here comes Victoria. Give and go on the right-hand side. certainly got some speed. He's weaving around old mate over there. Number 5 for Victoria. Air swing here up against the boards. ACT, Harvey has some support there. And now Victoria should be able to clear it out their right-hand side corporate corner. Just electing to go across the ice and having some support on the left-hand side. Victoria trying to squeeze another goal or two in. ACT, Simon, have been more up and about to start this second period as we go offside.
There are a couple of opportunities down in the Victorian zone, which is we haven't seen a lot of, unfortunately, for ACT, and it shows. 16 shots on goal to 3s. ACT aren't able to apply the pressure that they would like to.
Oh, simple maths on a Friday afternoon that I can do. The combined goalie percentage is 50% for the ACT goalies. Back now. That'll come all the way back down, and that will come back for icing with 12:55 remaining. So ACT, Simon, looking to spend some time down here with their attacking zone face-off. And we'll do that one again. First warning for somebody.
A nice little win for DeRoy. Able to find Politi, but called down.
Back now again, eventually leaves the face-off circle. Victoria not used to being at this defensive end. Zamboni corner. ACT looking to get some numbers. It goes through to Pappas, just shoveling it aside. It's been great pressure here in the last couple of shifts here as Victoria come down their right-hand side. Christian's been good. Centering pass. Didn't quite work out for Victoria on that occasion, which was unfortunate. Centering pass in the slot, in some traffic. Harper. It'll come back now for Nomashi. That'll come all the way back down. That'll come back now for the ACT. Glove down to himself, Adam Harper. As compared to a hand pass if it went to somebody else. So gloving it down to yourself is A-OK in all situations. Back now for Jed Lake. Lake around one, centering. Up against the boards at Cafe corner. It will come all the way back down. ACT trying to clear it out there, right-hand side. Good work to get it out of the zone. It was great work by Sargent, and that Sargent of the Alex variety who's playing forward for the ACT. Lake firing in towards Cafe corner. It will come back for Maybe. Looking to fire again. Victoria firing wide into skate higher corner. Up against the boards near the Victorian bench. And that will come all the way back down for Barrett. Barrett behind his own net. Clearing it out. Big long stretch pass to no one. In towards Cafe corner. ACT looking to try and clear it out of the zone. And that's Gilling. Gilling's done some good work for the ACT. Here's an opportunity. ACT looking to fire. Can't fire. Absolutely pressured there by Harper. Back into neutral ice. Victoria, a city on the move, a state on the move, centering. Can't score though. Penalty coming. Victoria touch up. Penalty box door will be opening. So ACT, Simon heading to the power play.
Yeah, but it's a good opportunity for ACT. I mean, Victoria is starting to look dangerous again. There was a couple of pieces where ACT were applying pressure and just can't get a clean shot. Just getting defence, Victoria's defence really tight. and just really disruptive. So ACT really struggling to get clean shots on goal.
So ACT 1 goal, 3 shots on. Power play starting up for the ACT with 10:10 remaining on the big clock, minute 53 on the small clock. ACT down at their defensive end, cross ice pass. Centering pass coming into the zone. It's good work. Centering, but Victoria are there in numbers. Christiov coming back amongst others. Like Seagulls fighting over a chip.
Lakandula with the goal, with the speed. Just
a short-handed goal for Victoria.
It was a good run down previously from Tucky, but trying to find someone in the middle, but Lakandula just picked it up and just ran with it.
So back to centre ice we go. The Victorian penalty is not over. ACT are still on the power play. So flung in by Victoria, no icing on the penalty kill. That will come all the way back now for ACT in the form of Vernhorst. Centre ice we go. The puck was there for seems like an eternity. It will come back for Victoria via Chan. Up against the rear boards now. Good check there. Cleared into Zamboni corner. Zamboni out in 9:20. Up against the boards, reinforcements arriving from both teams. DeRoy. Here's Will Waters. Or as I was calling him yesterday, 99 Waters. And that will come back now. Cleared out. Victoria taking their time this time to clear it out. Here's an opportunity now. Around one, getting a good shot on, but it was a good save there as well by Murray. ACT still on the power play for the next 30 seconds. Looking to enter the zone now. Vernhorst driving the net. Good shot and a good quality save there. 22 seconds remaining on the power play for the ACT. Victoria, needless to say, full of running, firing. Murray holds, Murray saves. 15 seconds of the ACT power play, but they're at the wrong end.
Yeah, excellent sequence just before for ACT, almost getting that goal. But again, Victoria able to bring it back and apply more pressure, despite being short-handed.
So what that shot shows for me is how quickly you have to get ready as a goalie. Even if your team's on the power play, you have to be ready for anything as a goalie. In some traffic. Victoria looking to go on the attack. Power play over. Back to 5-on-5. Victoria still on the attack. They have a player in front. ACT just need to clear it out. And passing it possibly past 3 Victorian players on the way out probably doesn't help. It's turned out okay for them. Now Julian Lau can clear it out now for them down the right-hand side. It'll come up towards the penalty boxes. ACT looking to enter the zone. They do very, very briefly, and it's back out. Opportunity for Victoria. That's Kelly. Across the face of goal, Cafe corner. Christiov has been busy for the ACT. One of the players who tried out for New South Wales and is playing for the ACT. And now it's actually lucky, it's counterintuitive, that it's lucky that the ACT player left his helmet there, because if he had picked it up, that would have been an illegal equipment penalty. You have to go straight off the ice and take no further part in the play. They get forced wide, trying to find Harvey. Here's Harvey now. Harvey, power drive maybe. No, not maybe, definitely. Up against the boards. So that helmet is still there. 6:55 remaining. ACT now on the attack again via maybe. Kept in the zone. Out of the zone. Here comes Victoria. Victoria now looking to enter the zone. And it's who? No, it's Gower rather. I was thinking of Jeff Who from about 2 tournaments ago. Victoria 13. Up against the boards. Up against the boards, out, and it comes offside. The ACT's player helmet can now be removed to the ice and returned to him. So in short, Simon, if you lose your helmet, you have to get straight off the ice, take no further part. You can't stop and pick it up and put it back on your head. Otherwise, it's illegal equipment, and that happened yesterday.
Oh, right. Certainly, it's certainly different from the NHL, where they do have the option to put the helmet on immediately, provided they do so. Otherwise, they do have to come off the ice.
That's even caught people out in the AI. So back now, here comes Victoria, centering pass, getting force wide. Coming back here now. Kept in the zone by Victoria, battle up against the boards. It will come back for Will Waters. Will Waters trying to clear it out, but can't. Turn over Victoria. Puck was free, cleared out of the side area. ACT trying to escape via Tucky, but can't. Centering pass. ACT should be able to escape again, but still can't. Centering. Will Waters in front. And that will come back now for the ACT. Christiov getting forced wide, getting dispossessed. Battle up against the boards near the ACT bench. Puck just needs to continue to move and does. And that will come back down. It'll head back into neutral ice. Victoria looking to re-enter the zone via Chan. Shot goes well and truly wide, and the Victorian player ducked because it was coming towards him rather quickly. Across in towards skate higher corner. Here comes Kelly. Behind the Victorian net now, they've got somebody in front who keeps on moving. Flung in from distance, cafe corner. Coming back, Waters. Trying to clear it up. 5 minutes remaining in the second period now. Flung out. ACT need to clear it out the right-hand side. They do briefly. Here's an opportunity, but there were 2 Victorian players there. Pappas plays it with the stick. That's all the way down. Maybe he thought he got a goalie goal. Back now, clearing it out. Up against the boards. Lots of free-flowing action here. Victoria with it. Around a couple. Entering the zone. Firing it off. It got Van Horst on the way through. Cafe corner. 4:25 remaining. It will come up now. Van Horst. It's done a mountain of work to get to that point. In a Zamboni corner. Out in 4:15. And now Victoria will work it out of their own defensive end via Chan. Puck goes wide. There's a battle there. Jed Lake. Cafe corner on the blue line. Firing it in. Puck's free. Scrambling. And he scrambled really there, Murray, and it was good work because Victoria were tapping on the doorstep.
Yeah, definitely need to relieve the pressure. ACT are really struggling to get anything going. Every time they've been able to enter the Victorian zone, they've just been sandwiched and shut down really effectively by the Victorian defence.
So an attacking zone face-off coming up for Victoria. And they'll look to clear it out. Save there, scrambling. He tried to scramble, and then he thought that he timed his dive perfectly, but then it moved on him. Here's Gilling for the ACT. Getting sent wide. Gilling, tenacious. And not the tenacious D that cancelled at the last minute. Gilling, Victoria, looking to clear it out. And it was unfortunate because WA social media kept on tagging him, and then they cancelled the concert. Back now, well trapped in by Jed Lake. Lake again. It's good work there by Liam Waters. Got a little bit of open ice off the skates of Christioff. Back in towards neutral ice. 3:10 remaining. It's good work there by Alvin Chen. Gilling, centering. ACT trying to clear it out. Almost cleared out of the zone. It was Chen again, rather. Across ice and coming through. It was Luca Chia who also played in the freeze. Now they look to clear it out. It'll come all the way back down. And Christioff with it now. Christioff stops props near the door of doom. 2:35 remaining. Christioff on the attack. He's got Liam Waters in front. And it comes through to Pappas, who holds and saves.
Yeah, not much option there for Chris Galkoff. ACT were changing out, and they were probably a little bit slow to enter the zone, so it didn't really have a lot of options for a pass.
9-1 now. Almost dislocated my jaw, it felt like then. 9-1. Back now trying to clear it out. WA. Cross ice pass. Victoria at their defensive end. And it's left for Harper. In some traffic. Now right hand side. Santorin couldn't connect with anybody in Victorian blue, Victorian white, and Victorian red. Because Victorians love the idea of being Victorian, Simon. Up against the boards. Reinforcements arrive. They just need to continue to move. Firing, scoring, and the carnage continues for Victoria with 1:51 remaining in the second period. Yeah, 23 shots on now.
Again, Anson Chan just given a little bit of time, a little bit of opportunity. Just takes that shot. No one really putting any pressure on him. And just managed to trickle through.
1:51 remaining in the second period. I've been missing my afternoon naps lately. Back now for Barrett. Barrett with it now. And it has been a long tournament. 1:40 remaining. We have a whistle. We have an arm in the air. Penalty box door will be opening. Slashing the call.
Barrett into the box for slashing for 2 minutes.
This is a good opportunity for the ACT to try and get one back.
Yeah, look. Be nice for them to be able to go through that period and get a little bit of structure, a little bit of passing around. Make Victoria chase for
Victoria
once.
have already driven to the Dandenongs. They've got the picnic table out and they're just setting out the food. Pappas there caught into action. Liam Waters. Gilling. ACT looking to go on the attack on the power play. And Pappas holds and saves. 1:23 on the big clock, Simon. 1:45 on the ACT power clock.
Again, Victoria just putting on the pressure despite being one player down. Really want to see ACT start to move that puck around and actually own it.
Victoria trying to clear it out of their defensive end. And we have a whistle here. And we're going to be staying inside the nets off. 1:19 remaining. Attacking zone face off ACT. They look to clear it out. Here comes Victoria now on the chase. Coming back now is Maybe. Centering, trying to find somebody. But a great save there by Murray.
Lovely play with Gower. Just saw Lakandula coming through and nice little pass. Thankfully for ACT, Murray was up to the task to glove it.
70 seconds on the big clock. 92 seconds on the small clock. ACT power play. Victoria short-handed. Shoved off the puck. ACT looking to clear it out. Venhorst with it now. Looking to clear it out the right-hand side. That comes all the way down. Back now for Gilling. Gilling trying to squeeze past the gap but couldn't. Almost out. And now out in the neutral ice. Victoria counter-attack. There is under 1 minute remaining in the second period. It will come back now. Here comes ACT. Still short-handed. Here's Maybe. Maybe getting forced wide. Centering. Didn't find anybody to connect with. Here's Christioff back on the ice for the ACT. Victoria short-handed, firing, and a nice glove save there by Murray.
Yeah, nice shot from Terminen. High rising. Murray saw that though. Good spot to shoot from.
28 seconds remaining in the period before the Zamboni break. Attacking zone face-off Victoria. 25 seconds remaining. Ice is slippery. Ice skating is hard. I know both of those facts. 19 seconds remaining. Corporate corner. Trying to clear it out towards Zamboni corner. Victoria trying to work out of the zone. A three-way collision there. The puck will come down. Victoria on the attack. A stick goes flying. And the puck goes flying into the net with 3.34 seconds remaining.
And Jed Lake gets his second goal for the tournament, for the game.
So Jed Lake hat-trick watch now. Nice little flyby there, and 3.34 seconds in the period. So the puck will basically drop, and that will be about it for the period. Time will expire here, and it's been a great 2 periods for Victoria, leading 11-1. Simon, if you can briefly go through the goal scorers, please.
We're having a few technical issues with the esports desk at the moment, so we've only got 1 goal registered on officially. So to Rafael Lakandula, assisted by Keenan Nelson and Jed Lake, but we definitely know Jed scored that last goal.
We'll confirm that at the after the Zamboni break. It's been a very interesting period of hockey, especially for Victoria, obviously. This game has had lots of weird things happen. We'll take a short break. Zamboni on the ice, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the resumption of the play. The last period of the afternoon coming up. Simon, traditionally this one gets very loose because it's been a long tournament. And we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Bye for now.
Bye.
Welcome back to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. The last period of the day, Victoria 11-1 against the ACT. Simon, you've been out solving mysteries while the Zamboni break's been going on. What's going on?
Yeah, well, we're curious about the Thomas Pappas goal being goal number 3. It turns out that it's a peculiarity of esports tests that if the refs can't tell the shed scorers who scored the goal, they have to allocate it to someone, so they allocate it to the goalie. So we weren't going crazy. We didn't miss a goalie goal. Still waiting.
And it wasn't apparently maybe Sam Barrett, who I thought it might have been.
It could be Barrett.
Can we make it a rule that there's no number 1 who are skaters, that everybody has name bars and there's no 99? By the way, the 99 story quickly. I was listening to Dawn Watt this morning. She was saying the 99 jersey was actually a spare jersey for the ACT. Bodie Matthew, who also plays for the Canberra Brave, got himself injured, so he didn't make it to the tournament. And so they had a spare jersey that they needed for Mr. Waters, and then they sewed a nameplate on, but 99 was their spare jersey. So that's a mystery. So good things happen when you listen to Dawn Watt's commentary, because you find out what's going on. Here's Chad Lake, getting things done. But a good save there by the ACT 15 seconds into the third period.
Okay. Speaking of Jed Lake, going through the second period goals, we were waiting for confirmation. Raphael Lakandula scored the short-handed goal with Victoria's 9th. Anson Chan scored goal number 10 with Nico Terminen, and then Jed Lake scoring the short-handed goal for Victoria's 11th, with Alvin Chan and Flynn Gower being the assists.
Now, we're all totally up to date. We've 21 seconds gone in the period. Victoria on the attack. The power play is just about over that end of the last period. And Sam Barrett back onto the ice. And here comes the ACT looking to clear it out. Going in towards neutral ice. There's a 2-on-2 battle up against the boards. Here comes Victoria on the charge again in the slot. ACT need to clear it out. They do. And that will come all the way back down for Nelson. Cross-ice pass. And it goes on the right-hand side. Getting past 1. Getting past 2. Doesn't get past Gilling. And it will come all the way back down. And it will come near the door of doom. Victoria keeping it in the zone. Well done, Jed Lake. Left-hand side, trying to set things up. Now, I noticed this time, Simon, that Adam Harper's gone back in front of the net, which I saw him do towards the end of the last game, and he almost had an opportunity, Harper, to go back door. Harper with it again, centering, but holding it on the left-hand post. There was Murray. Now, I'm not going to do a time and motion study on Sargent, who's sitting on the bench for the ACT. But he looks like that he hasn't moved. Maybe he hasn't, sitting exactly back where he was before. But it looks like he hasn't moved since he came off the ice.
No, definitely. When I looked over, he's definitely in the same position. Just quietly nodding his head.
Back now, all the way back down. That will come back now for Harvey. Harvey on the left-hand side. That'll come back now, trying to attack. It is Hucky. Is Tucky rather up against the boards. Victoria entering the zone, slightly wide there of Murray, centering again. ACT looking to clear it out. Christiov now gets around 1, flings it in before contestant number 2, and that will come down. And ACT looking to go on the attack. There's a penalty coming. High sticking the call, penalty box door will be opening. And ACT, Simon, they're about to go on the power play.
I think there was a bit of confusion there. I wasn't sure who was going to be penalised. Certainly quite a heavy collision with Pinay there.
Alvin Chan sitting 2 minutes for high sticking. ACT power play unit coming on. The Waters brothers, 99 and 64. You know, I'm not a traditionalist about much in hockey, Simon, but the number 1 and the number 99 I am. Back now, firing from distance. Oh, that was unfortunate for Victoria. A power play goal, but the ACT, it ricocheted off a defender. It went past Pappas. So in soccer, if producer Dan was here in football, an own goal.
Yeah.
But here, ACT has scored their second. Well, and when you're 11-1 down, you'll take anything you can get.
Absolutely. Leo Lynn tried to bat it out of the air and unfortunately just deflected off his glove, and not much Pappas can do in that. He had it tracked and it changed the direction.
So a 9-second power play there for the ACT. So I know that it is a power play goal, but it did come off a Victorian stick. The last person to play it for the ACT will get the credit for that one because that's the way it works. 12:22 remaining. If ever you want training material or anything like that, or to learn about your hockey skills and improve things, come to a 10-day tournament. Back now, firing but sending it well wide was Barrett. Up against the boards, ACT trying to clear it out. 11-2 now. It will come back in traffic going high. Up against the boards, maybe. Maybe does a good job of clearing it out. His brother actually played for Perth Thunder this year in the AI. Clearing it out into centre ice. Victoria electing to go backwards. Victoria, the state on the go. And Victoria are certainly on the go here. 11:30 remaining. Well and truly in control. They've unpacked the picnic and almost out of play there off the stick of Barrett. Barrett can't keep it in the zone, and that will come back for Victoria back into neutral ice. 11:15 remaining. Last game of the afternoon. Last game of the tournament for some. Back now, here comes Victoria. 11 minutes remaining. Up against the boards. ACT try and clear it out of here, but they've got a battle on their hands. Firing. Saved by Murray. And that one was very close to going in as well. 10:53 remaining.
Scary close for the ACT players. Fortunately, Murray was up to the task. Managed to close it down.
This is way beyond my brain and probably even past Dawn's brain at this stage, but I wonder how many relations have we got here either playing or on the bench or volunteering. There seems to be so many brothers, sisters, and they're just the people that are here. Saved again by Murray. You have a look through the team list, including the management teams and the team officials as well.
Yeah, I guess it sort of follows, that if you're going to be playing, that generally you'd probably have other family members who are playing as well, because it's a huge commitment to learn to play hockey, and it's not a common sport in Australia, so a lot of people don't necessarily get exposed to it.
So, and that's exactly what we're trying to change here, and that'll come back now for neutral ice. Victoria trying to enter the zone, but they can't. It'll come back for 99 Waters. Adam Harper near the door of doom. Centering. Victoria on the attack. Up against the boards with 10:15 remaining. Kept in the zone. Out. Not out. Not out of the zone. Not in the zone. ACT looking to go on the attack, but it moves, centering, trying to connect in front. Pappas, watchful, cafe corner, flinging it out in the neutral ice, and ACT will come back and hold. ACT, Christiov, crossing all the lines, trying to squeeze through gaps. Christiov fires, good save there by Pappas. Cafe corner with it, 9:37 remaining. Victoria working out in the neutral ice. Here they come on the right-hand side, stopping, propping, centering, but there was an ACT player in the slot. Gilling, he's been good. Centering now. It's been a good battle in the last couple of minutes. Maybe there as well. Sargent now with the Alex variety. And then it'll come back down. Fired in by Liam Waters. Victoria working it out of their defensive end. Gets past DeRoy. Penalty coming on the play. Delayed penalty, Victoria. Around one, around two. Thinking about firing, dropping it off. Extra attacker on. Cross ice, ACT looking to touch up out of the zone. It will come back for Anson Chen. Still on the attack. Spins out of the hit by Gilling. Maybe definitely touches up. And a power play coming up.
Yeah, no argument from DeRoy. Straight to the box. He knew what he had done.
And Victoria power play. 8:36 remaining. Tripping the call. 11-2 Victoria. Firing, selecting power drive. There's a player in front of that. Christioff was there in the slot for the ACT. Started the Victorian power play. On the right-hand side now. They're setting up and they're scoring. A power play goal, 15 seconds.
Lovely movement from the Victorian team, moving it east-west, using the blue line. ACT just not shutting down those passing lanes and just makes for an easy shot from the hash marks.
So just to get back to the family point that we were mentioning earlier, imagine being the first person in the family, get all the new hockey gear, etc., and then you have the next person, that gear gets handed down, the first person to get into hockey, or maybe the best person gets all the best gear and then it gets handed down the tree.
Yes.
Because hockey, you're a parent, Simon.
Yes.
Hockey's an expensive sport.
It is. But, you know, if it's anything like Newcastle, we have a fairly generous community. My son, when he started playing, his gear was donated very kindly by Jared Arps, father of Hugo and Gabby Arps. And that's how, my son started his hockey journey.
So up against the door of doom. Firing, going wide, almost out of play at Zamboni corner, out of the zone. That reminds me, in the off-season, I've got a whole heap of gear that I have to donate as well. Back now, entering the zone. Gilling, firing, spraying it wide. Up against the boards. Gilling again, battling in front of the old central commentary position, firing wide. It was unfortunate there, the backhanded shovel from Denny, but it wasn't too far away. It'll come back now for maybe. Maybe there. Backhanded shovel, Zamboni corner. It'll come all the way back down. Right hand side, 12-2. That'll come back. Last penalty for me. Up against the. Back now. Here's Lau. Another penalty coming. High sticking the call, penalty box door will be opening. And this time Simon ACT off to the power play. As Gower will sit for a couple. I'd really love to see the ACT get one back at the moment.
So would I. I mean, they've been working hard. To Victoria's credit, though, they've been really good, really tight in their defence. Victoria, really shutting down any attacking player from the ACT.
They're really well drilled. That will come back for Van Hurst with it. Into the corner, corporate corner. Minute 50 of the ACT power play remaining. Back into neutral ice we go, underneath the central commentary position. It's Tucky now with the puck on the left-hand side. Tucky, drop pass, didn't quite work. Trying to clear it out, Victoria. Cafe corner. Centering pass, almost kept in the zone by a Tucky. It'll come back. Here's a foot race. Adam Harper with it for Victoria, the skipper. Victoria are short-handed, but that won't stop them. Jed Lake turns, fires. The puck's free. Cleared out of the slot. He got enough on it, Murray. Here's Barrett. It'll come all the way back down for Tucky. Tucky against Lake now. Lake with it. Across ice. Here comes Adam Harper. Adam Harper fires. Adam Harper scores. Short-handed goal for Victoria. Make that number 13, Mr. Gintings.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Huge cross-ice pass. Beautiful tape to tape. And now, ACT unable to scramble to get in the defence, and he's just got a nice open shot.
Got a big future in front of him, Adam Harper. So Victoria still short-handed for the next 48 seconds. Safety first there by Murray. Swept to... Oh, that was well blocked in front there. That was Gilling. Another opportunity. Desperation in defence. That was Gilling again going for the slide. You'd think it was the final of the Stanley Cup, the way that he slid across the ice. Desperation, not being down 13-2. Major props. Back now, here's Krasnyov. Centering, couldn't connect with somebody over there. Gilling again. It's been a demon this shift, Gilling, and he's been one of the ACT's stronger players. Krasnyov also fits in that category. Cafe Corner received a very nice delivery from his staff earlier on. Back now, here comes Victoria again on the attack. There's two on one. Deflected high, still in play. Back now for ACT. Power play over. Coming back now for Barrett. Barrett, there's a foot race on. Barrett looks to clear it out. Back into centre ice. Bernhorst. It'll come in towards Cafe Corner. 4:30 remaining. And one good thing about these tournaments too, Simon, you meet so many people. You might not exactly know their names, where they're from. Great story, a great shot there, great save, and lots of stories across ice. Centering, Victoria trying to get goal number 14. Back into neutral ice, ACT with it, and it's left there for Downs. Just bringing it back, settling it down, starting again. They still have games to play, Victoria. Entering the zone, driving the net, across the face of goal, couldn't connect. That was good work, good attempt there by Kelly. Kept in the zone by Victoria. Turning and chasing, trying to clear it out, the ACT. But Victoria, Simon, have just been too big and too strong. And out of the zone, back into neutral ice with 3.5 minutes remaining. It'll come back from one D to the other D. No, hang on, she played earlier. Back now, here comes Victoria, just working out, working on their systems, trying to time their passes, enjoying all the ice time that they've got. And it will come back, Gilling again for the ACT. He's a chance here, loses possession, centering, 2-on-1. Krasnyov and 99 Waters comes back, saved, and Murray had to play on. It's just not the case that you can just hold it, freeze it, if there's no pressure. Penalty coming in favour of the ACT. Extra attacker on for the ACT. Victoria will touch up. Jed Lake touch up. Penalty box door will be opening. That was tripping all day, every day, and twice on Fridays.
Hand up to claim it.
So Murray made it all the way back to the bench and had to skate all the way back. There's probably some stats out there how many times the goalie coming back in that situation and making the extra attacker actually gets to work. Back now, 2:30 remaining. Here comes Victoria, short-handed, firing, scoring, and the carnage continues.
Nico Terminen with the goal, just walking it in. Just the goalie again was screened by his own player, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, that's an occupational hazard. So short-handed goal, the Victorian player over there gets to stay in the penalty box for a bit longer.
They've given up a few, unfortunately, in this game, at least two that I can see.
2:25 remaining, 14-2.
apologies. That's
back now. Alex Sargent on the attack, going straight down the middle. Sargent, great shot and a great save. Hopefully there's going to be no extracurriculars after that. Everybody wants to play tomorrow. Everyone wants to play on Sunday.
So that would make it the 4th short-handed goal in this game.
New unit coming on. Minute 43 of the ACT power play. Victoria have had a great day in the Dandenongs. The weather was a bit disappointing at Mount Disappointment a little bit earlier on, but it's fined up in the afternoon. Christiov clearing it out. Liam Waters coming all the way back down in towards neutral ice. There are 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Coming back now, here's Jed Lake. Jed Lake comes in. Jed Lake does Jed Lake things and scores another short-handed goal.
Just picks that pocket and just runs onto it, totally free. Valiant effort with the slide from the ACT player, but unsuccessful in the end.
I really hope that one of the Melbourne teams down there in the AI have a signature next to that guy's name. Minute 51 remaining, 15-2 now. The power play continues for the next 65 seconds for the ACT. Harvey down the left-hand side, centering pass. Trying to find some support in Tucky. Out of the zone, ACT have to turn and chase. Here's 99 Waters and Simon. These ACT guys have to be very, very tired.
Yeah, lots of work. Unable to get a lot of structure, unfortunately.
So back now into centre ice. Here comes Victoria again, looking to enter the zone. Getting forced slightly wide. Good save there by Murray.
It was Alvin Chan with the good shot. It almost boggled back off the ACT player. So
69 seconds remaining on the big clock. 33 seconds on the power play clock for the ACT. Attacking zone face off, Victoria. Up against the boards. Here's Christiov now. Christiov centering. Christiov wandering in. Attacking there, the ACT. They won't die wondering. Victoria trying to clear it out. There are 55 seconds remaining in the period. Player comes down. There'll be a penalty coming. 10 seconds of the original power play remaining. Extra attacker on for Victoria. Deflected out of play with 41 seconds remaining. Hey Simon, how do you feel about 5 seconds of 4-on-4?
I'm not sure, given the way they play. I don't think it's necessarily going to disadvantage Victoria, I'm afraid.
5 seconds of 4-on-4. Attacking zone face-off Victoria. 39 seconds remaining. Liam Waters trying to clear it out. Penalty box for Victoria empty. Abbreviated power play. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Christiov with a nice hip check. Christiov looking to clear it out for the ACT. 20 seconds remaining. ACT looked to clear it out. Christiov trying to get around one but couldn't. Victoria, they've had an afternoon out. They will continue their charge towards the Tange semi-finals. And now Victoria can take the time to celebrate, reset, and start work again tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we've got another day of hockey, big day of hockey coming up. Not the day that ACT wanted, certainly not the game that ACT wanted, but they did pot two nice goals. But in the third period there was 5 goals in total. So Killian Venhorst with the unassisted power play goal for ACT well, sort of unassisted. It was battered, unfortunately, off Lynn's glove. Jed Lake scoring Victoria's 12th as a power play goal, assisted by Jared Downs and Keenan Nelson. Goal number 13 for Victoria was Adam Harper, assisted by Anson Chan. Nico Terminen unassisted, shorthand goal. The last 3 goals were all shorthanded goals. So Nico Terminen, Adam Harper's goal was as well unassisted, and Jed Lake unassisted for, again, a shorthand goal. So let's see, 6 shorthand goals in one game. So definitely not what you would want from a PK. Or a power play unit, sorry.
So it's been the end of a long few days. It's Friday afternoon. We get to go home early. It's Friday night. So we'll be back here tomorrow morning, Saturday morning and Sunday morning for the conclusion of these 2 tournaments, the Tange U18 and also the Ginsberg U13. Stick taps all round. For all the fans, all the officials, all the management, everybody, thank you, Simon, as always, for your company.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks for having me.
It's been very entertaining. Thank you, as always, to our hard-working Thought Fox Media crew and all the volunteers at the tournament and the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Eric Brook, on behalf of Simon Gintings and everybody here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium, thank you very much for watching Victoria 15. ACT 2, stick taps all round. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.
Bye.